What's up, guys and gals? ICEMAN here. So, what's strange is when I was a kid, I was kind of a introvert. Or I think I still am. Maybe a little less so than I was back then, but it was always something interesting in my mind how people would get together, right? And there was just that sort of, what do you call it? That just random chat, like in a group. Like they just kind of blabble about this or blabble about that. And then they laugh and laugh and laugh, then blabble about this, blabble about that, and then laughter, laughter, laughter. Popcorn conversation or something like that. Is that what that is? Maybe I was messed up for not really looking at that in a proper way, in that I would want to be involved. I don't know, but there's something weird about it. Like it would cross my mind, don't these people know that death is upon us? Or, what's so funny? We live, we suffer, we die, and we lose everything. Things like that. They're like vanity driven or something. But I've lightened up quite a bit, where at a few points in my life I was quite social and liked to kind of be the center of attention, this and that. But when I would have like a lull or whatever, things were, when my chips were down a little bit, wasn't really sure where to go, what to do, I'd kind of go back to that place mentally of almost a disdainful but honest way of looking at existence. Like it's as if I knew that the eye can't fill with seeing and the ear can't fill with hearing. And that the pleasures, they keep coming in, but we're never really filled. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with my recent injuries, pray for me if you will. A month ago, I hurt both of my shoulders. And I hope that they get better because I want to be able to provide for my wife. I've been indulging in pleasure for like 10 years. Where everything is just going fine and I just am constantly indulging. I have a great life. Till I hurt myself. But maybe that's not how I'm supposed to look at it. But nonetheless, it made me think of the seemingly inevitable death that is upon us all. I'm 37 years old. And I suppose we never really know when we're going to go, right? And at this point, when I feel like I'm hopeless, that I'm not going to heal, it makes me almost want this whole thing to hasten itself through. Where, damn, I've crippled myself. Who wants to really live like that? Let's keep this thing going until it's over. I don't mean to share those sort of like negative emotions about it, but the point being is it is interesting how that's kind of before us all, isn't it? Like in Job, where he says, naked I came, naked I return, like to the dust or whatever. And I thought of it, I was like, doesn't it say something in Ecclesiastes in that book where, in the Bible, where like it's better to die than to live or something. So I Google it, and that's not exactly what it says, but it says something kind of interesting. I mean, here it is, Ecclesiastes 7. A good name is better than a good ointment, and the day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. And then it goes on, similarly to what I was talking about at the beginning when I was a kid, just watching people laugh and all that. It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting, because that is the end of every man, and the living takes it to heart. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't really know what that means exactly. That like we're all shocked when somebody dies, or driven with like, or all of a sudden upset, and like our emotions are kind of reliant on it. Like that this thing just keeps going and just nobody dies or something. But quite the opposite is true, isn't it? But then it goes on, 7:3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for when a face is sad, a heart may be happy. The mind of the wise is in the house of mourning, while the mind of fools is in the house of pleasure. Wow. But what do you guys think about that? Does that bring you any peace to know that there's an end to this current state of things anyway? Or does that scare you? Like, where are you at with your life right now? Are you really joyful and happy? Are things going your way? Or would you say in general it just kind of continues to decline? Like just more bad things keep piling up or whatever. It's a weird thing to contemplate how with age it seems like the problems kind of stack up. Like I consider all the people that I know, and isn't it weird how it's just so inevitable, it seems? These problems and health issues and physical issues and mental issues and all that. But I mean, I guess there are some people who seem to make it through okay. But what are your thoughts on these matters? Yeah, there was something kind of like captivating that I found about the Ecclesiastes and the message. Something about how all things are vanity. Everything is meaningless. And you can't get your fill of any of it. Is that interesting? But then, of course, the guy, Solomon, toward the end, there's something like how he found it right to and good to obey the commands of God and enjoy the days of your meaningless life with your wife. And it's amazing how much I want to do that right now. I just want to be able to provide and enjoy the days with my wife. All right. And yeah, this whole two-shoulder injury thing has me worried. How am I going to provide? But yeah, I don't intend to go on about that in this video. But yeah, I mean, this book has something else that it was saying about wisdom and how too much of it can almost not be good. Where like It's good to be somewhere in between. I feel is what I read earlier. Maybe I'll make another video on that, but yeah, I'm curious what you all have to say about that stuff, all right? So comment below your thoughts, and I'll see you in my next video.